This is Oscar. In our last couple of demos that we've done, we spent time talking about the admin panel. We then spent some time talking about what the operations manager or our office manager may see from a dashboard perspective. Now let's spend a couple minutes talking about what happens when an error does occur, or when something is illegible, or we're not exactly sure how to interpret a part of the data as it gets extracted from forms, documents, scanned documents, etc. What's important here is we built in a confidence level. So that way, as it's potentially like one of the floor workers, or perhaps there's a office admin, if you will, that's actually going through and that would normally have to do the data entry. All that stuff's it's all automated now. Excuse me. So what this is going to do, it actually is going to allow the admin or the data entry specialist to only focus on where there may be some low confidence levels on what something is trying to say, whether it's handwritten, typed in, etc. So why don't I go ahead and jump right into that? I'm going to share my screen here one more time. Let's see, 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to go and play this. And again, I only interject if there's something that's relevant to discuss, but this ought to show you, this is one of our recordings that we did just before this, to walk you through exactly what it looks like and how things are set up, so you can understand what it looks like at the data entry level. Okay, tune in.
Operator to edit the data, which is automatically extracted by using the manual intervention feature. As we can see on the left-hand side, all the fields that need to be extracted are available. User can go to the fields which are critical for them and pull them, as required. On the right-hand side, the image of the document is available. The screen highlights the section from which the data was extracted along with the confidence level with an enlarged form of the image from which the data was extracted. On the left-hand side, the green tick mark indicates that auto-validation was passed for the respective field. The blue bar indicates that the confidence level threshold was passed. The tool has customizable color coding for the 3 threshold levels. One is reject, one is suspect, and one for STP. The blue bar indicates that it has passed STP threshold.
Just a quick point of clarification here. So when we're talking around confidence levels, right? Of course, we can adjust that based upon your need within your organization. But one of the things that we have built in here is we have a marker, right? So again, as the bot was just now explaining, you'll see like blue is for the confidence level of it's a standard pass. If something we're not sure about it, we can put it in like a different color code for you. And what this does, again, at that data entry level, so instead of someone having to go line by line, putting it into a system, and then trying to hope that they don't misinterpret something, what this does is speeds that process up for you to a matter of seconds. So once it's read it only will highlight things that we need to actually validate. And you're going to see that in just a moment here on the next part of this, of the actual recording.
As you can see, all the fields on the left-hand side are validated. Let us see the line item table fields. As you can see, the table has been auto-detected and the items have been correctly captured. At the bottom of the screen, the grid is available with all line items. User can add or delete line item, as required. It has passed all column validations except for one. Let us see the field out here. Here, the numeric validation has failed. In the enlarged image you can see that the decimal is missing, because of which there's a space. That's why the validation has failed.
So let's think about this in terms of dollars and cents, right? If you are processing, let's say you are a doctor's office and you're processing a payment, or maybe you are setting up to submit, over to your insurance, agencies, or to your insurance, companies, and you make a mistake like this, right? So let's say something's supposed to be 583,000. Right, and it's got a decimal misplaced, or there's an extra space, so we're not exactly sure, and then it only gets submitted as $5,830. Or in the inverse, right? So say it's marking here as 583,000, but it's really only supposed to be 5830. So what this does, again, you see that we've marked this as a confidence level of only 60% because we see that something is wrong within that particular value, and this gives that data entry either admin or perhaps project coordinator, et cetera, the opportunity to look at this, get the actual number, and then manually plug that in to ensure that everything is correct and accurate.
Once the user corrects it, the background color of the field changes. The user can customize the background color as required. After the data validation is completed, the correction has been applied. The user has two options. The user can either save it, or in case of unsurety about some field, the user can forward it to the supervisor. In this case, all the fields were extracted correctly, except for one, where decimal was missing. It was very clear and we were able to correct it, so we can go ahead and save it.
Okay, so hopefully that was a pretty clear walkthrough as far as it pertains to making sure that we give you the right levels of confidence in the automations that we are producing for you. Again, we look at a 99.9997% accuracy rating, but whenever we're not sure, whenever one of our confidence levels is below a certain threshold, that you and I, as you as a customer, me as your technology or your chief technologist, would be able to come in here, take a look at it, change your confidence level and adjust it so that way you feel confident in what it is that you need for your actual accuracy ratings. Again, once all this stuff right here is done, then we get it ingested into whatever type of output you need for it to be. Again, the end goal of this is really going to be to focus in on improving electronic health record systems, enterprise resource planning systems, and anything that has to do with data entry. Right. This is a way to automate all of those things and let our robots do the work. Is what we like to say. Got a little bit of a tongue twister there just now, but nonetheless, hopefully this makes sense to you. Cannot wait to talk to you a little bit about it more. Now, before we go out, I want to make sure if any of you would like to sit down and have a more detailed conversation about what it is that you just watched, or to talk about what it is that you specifically need for your organization, please visit our website at rpa.nDemandConsulting.com. What's going to be there, you'll see a book a demo button. That demo is not going to be anything like this one. What we're going to be doing is talking specifically about your needs. In fact, what I'll do is I'll make sure that we include a free demo, right? To where once you have given us all of your data, we will then set up an environment that is specific to yours so you can see it in action. Right. This is before we talk about any kind of compensation or anything. We want to make sure that we're showing value first. So I cannot wait to walk you all through that. Again, visit rpa.nDemandConsulting.com. Click on the book a meeting, and we will be talking soon. Thank you.